Hey y'all, I'm Jazz.
What's up? I'm Amber.
And welcome to the Reading Corner, our corner of the internet where we read books.
And people if need be.
We read and discuss books and life from smut and romance,
fantasy and thrillers, and beyond.
Because reading is fun and escape, and for us, it's our happy place. So grab your books
or your Kindle
and let's turn these pages.
Yeah.
We are back for another book session. Y'all already know we finna talk about Capone book 3, of course. So we're gonna get right into the show, and you know how we like to start it off. We be catching up with each other, which we technically already did for like 5 minutes straight, but we gonna let y'all in on what we got going on in our life
with us, which is so funny. But yes, not me doing the most with this screen. Okay.
Amber, you go first.
Girl, I've been using this Chrome and you can split screens. I can't wait till I don't want my laptop to die. Lord, please don't, because I cannot afford another MacBook right now. But when it does, I think I'm going to get the bigger one. I've been getting like the small pros, which has worked, and which is fine because I'm like, they fit good in a bag. But I probably stick with small pro. I just need a monitor so that I can really like split my screens, because I like that Chrome lets you split your screens in the tabs. I like that. So, but yes, what have I been doing? So this week been pretty chill. My babies came back. So we're in the process of doing the grandparent detox. So much fun. So much fun. If y'all who don't know, that's when you gotta knock your kid's head between every wall and
they gotta get reprogrammed.
Gotta get some straightening, as Tink would say. Gotta get some straightening. Because they left cool, came back crazy. So I don't know. I know, but I don't know because they know. That makes sense. Because we've been having some consequences around here. And all jokes aside, I don't really like whoop my kids like that, but there's a 10-pound weight and they've been having to push this thing up.
Exercise, yeah.
To how long do I got to do this? Until I get tired. That's how long.
Leave my boys alone.
But they're gonna be 7 next month, so that's exciting. We're trying to plan a little trip for them, which they about to get canceled. They don't quit acting crazy. They love the beach.
Ain't canceling nothing.
I'm not, but I ain't gonna tell. I'm telling them that I'm canceling it, because who you feeling like? They better be glad I love them. Like, cause why are we doing this? But they want to go to the beach. I'm trying to plan a little Destin, a little something. It's not too far. So we'll see. I started another client, and we actually start our night 1 of independent sleep tomorrow, which is fun. That's when stuff get real. I think that's about it for me. What's going on with you, friend?
Nothing really. Y'all, I was just telling Amber, now all we do is talk about books and the podcast. Like, we are really in an era of just stuff don't be happening except family and podcasts and work. That's literally everything that be going on. Which is good. It's good. What's been going on? Got a little promotion at work.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I'll talk about that off camera too. I am appreciative though. Anything God blesses me with, I'm very appreciative. I'm not complaining about the promotion. It's just the people there. What else has been going on? Oh, my baby girl started pre-K this morning. Yay. So official pre-K-er. Other than that, just been trying to stay consistent with everything in life, from working out to cleaning to work, these certs, all these things. So yeah, nothing too crazy. I do have a great spot in Destin if you need an Airbnb recommendation. Okay. So we'll talk about that off camera, because I love Destin. Yeah, I love the beach so much. Like Tink, who is aka my husband, I always says like I'm basically like a little mermaid. In another life, I must have been a mermaid somewhere. That's what he says. So we go to Destin every year. That's like our
Oh,
annual
I love that.
beach trip. But well, this year, me and only him went for his birthday. Me and only him. I don't know if that's the right grammar, whatever. But we went for his birthday, and then what a week or 2 weeks ago, we took the kids to Gulf Shores, and they
Okay.
have a indoor water park there. It's really nice, really fun. On the
Ooh.
outside, they got an amusement park. Um, so yeah, we might have to do a family trip together down there
Me
because
too. That's nice.
it's a lot of fun. And it's on the inside, so that's great. No hot slides. Like if you ever been on a water slide, let me tell y'all, and then we can move on because I'm trying to keep it short. We went to Jamaica for our ninth year or eighth year anniversary.
Hmm.
And at the resort we stayed at, they had a water, look like a mini water park, couple water slides, whatever. I got on this water slide. First of all, when you go down, it spins you around like a toilet, and then you go down the drain. But the toilet part
It's
is,
hot.
just outside. It is hot in that Jamaica sun. All you heard was skirt out, skirt out, skirt out. When am I gonna
Oh,
get flushed? But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. What made it like the hot part wasn't that bad because it was going fast. You still
water,
got some
right?
water, but
Okay.
they had the little breaks or lines in the thing, so it was like do 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 hitting it
Oh,
when you're spinning around, and then you literally just plop out like some boo boo, just and you just land in the water. It was a lot of fun though. I went twice, but
had to have been fun.
it was great. But one man came out like this. How? I think he just had one too many drinks, but it was fun. So yeah. But yeah, other than that, that's what I've been having going on. That's about it. So we gonna get into it, y'all. We ain't gonna keep talking about our children, our mom lives. So
Honey.
yeah, we gonna get into it. So we are talking about Capone 3, the
Yes.
final book in the Capone series, which is my favorite out of all three books. I really enjoy this one the most. So yeah, I'm gonna just do a little quick recap of Capone 2. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were. So in Capone 2, of course, I'm not gonna go in necessarily in order just because so much has happened in these books, and I feel like some of the stuff that we didn't talk about, I'm probably gonna bring up here. And yeah, y'all already know. Okay, so in Capone 2, Timmy had shot Jaden and Joey, so they were in the
Man.
hospital. Joey passed away. Joey was pregnant with Jaden's baby. But unfortunately, the baby and her did not make it. Um, and Jaden, got out of the hospital, had to do physical therapy thing and stuff like that. Um, Capone was under the impression that Timmy might have been his child. Tasha lied, of course. There's nothing new. She was trying to save her boy. Aaron wanted Timmy dead, of course, from what he did to Jaden.
Yeah.
Timmy is Trilla's son. Um, yeah, definitely one Capone's son. Everybody was under the impression that Timmy's dad was a man that Tasha used to mess with who was in jail. No, Trilla's son. Trilla is his son, excuse me. Timmy, Trilla, and Tasha run down to Miami. They hide out. They faked a funeral for Timmy to make everybody think, he died or whatever. He did not. And Aaron and Capone get engaged, and she's pregnant. Um, you know, all of that good stuff. Of course, that makes Ella jealous. What's new? And Capri is caught cheating on Naheem with Kincaid, who was his friend or right hand man.
Hmm.
Followed her to a hotel bar, got what he was looking for. So, yeah, even though he was still lying about cheating on her, she got her get back with Kincaid. But We're gonna talk about that later because she claims like they are all in love. Um, Capone gets his get back as well from when Kincaid and Capri went to Delaware
Mm,
and they were attacked, or they tried to attack them. Capri had to bust her shit out and pow pow pow. Kincaid was like, "Ugh, too high to function." So yeah, all those things. So they got their get back from that. Kincaid, Naheem, and Capone came together for that,
mhm,
which is important in the upcoming Capadonna books. Erin is approached on her bus route by Blaze, who was Trilla's right hand man, which
mhm.
led to her not being able to drive the bus anymore for her safety because she was like, I'm gonna still drive. Capone was like, no. And then that made everything change. Capone killed Trilla's son, his other son, not Timmy, the one that he really loved and thought would follow in his footsteps. He killed him,
Mhm,
and I think he put him in front of his mama house or something like that,
mhm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Um Capone also kidnapped Blaze and got information out of him, was torturing him, stuff like that for information. And that is how Capone found out that Timmy is still alive and that he was back in New York now, and that Tasha lied and all those things.
Mhm,
Trilla sends his nephew, one of his nephews, which is Dante, to date Ella in order to get to Capone Jr. so he could take out Capone Jr. as retaliation. Um, Oh, just like a little side note, Aaron's cousin, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm just say Rye. Rye was dating Trilla's other nephew. Um, and she was down in Miami and all of that, but that wasn't working out too well because he was dipping in the supply. He was a cokehead. And we also find out that Timmy raped Joey, unfortunately.
mhm.
That's what they were arguing about when everything went down, when Timmy shot Jaden and Joey, because she revealed that he raped her at a party they all went to. And yeah, because we all know Timmy is just jealous and wanted everything Jaden had. And then at the end of all this madness with things that I haven't even covered, Tasha reveals to Capri that and Naheem that she is pregnant with Naheem's baby at a restaurant. Um, Yeah, and Capri whooped her, jumped over the table, beating her, almost beat the baby out of her. Can't blame her. And police were called. Capri is arrested. So
Yes.
that is the gist of what happened. And then Capone 3 picks up from when Capri is arrested at the restaurant.
Right.
So, whew, that was a mouthful. But now we're gonna get into the third book. So let's get this thing popping.
Let's get it popping with Capone 3. So I can see why, Jazz, you say that this is your favorite book because it was really good. To me, I guess like compared to the other ones, it was pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
So we left off with Capri beating up Tasha. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Put them paws
And
on her.
she did, because remember she was out on a date, double date with her
Mm-hmm.
classmate and her husband, who were probably not of African descent.
They weren't. They
And
said it.
oh, they were? I thought that they were like Caucasian folks.
No, no, I said they weren't
Oh,
of
okay,
descent.
yes.
They were the others.
They were the
Um,
others. And so she
yeah,
was definitely not trying to show that
show
side of
that.
herself because they didn't know her like that. They know her as the scholar, the lawyer,
Mm-hmm. Nice girl.
nice
Yeah.
girl. So they were very shocked at what happened. So Um, after that, of course, like Jazz said, Capri gets locked up. They call the police. She encourages Naheem to leave because he got that thing on him. Because
And
unlike
he is a felon.
Kincaid, he is prepared for anything. Because he
Amber
knows,
got so much
yeah,
beef with
I have so
Kincaid.
much beef with him for that. I'm not gonna forgive that. Boy, you got to stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. Anything could have popped off. Brunch, club, anywhere. Be ready. Have that thing on you. You know the life you live in.
And something did pop off.
And something did pop off. Because now, what
Mm-hmm.
if they would have started jumping his girl? Then what you gonna do? You at least need to be able to pistol whip him, something. You can't couldn't do nothing. High self. Anyway, I digress. Let's bring it back. So after she's arrested, she calls Aaron. Aaron has to lie to Capone, because Capri wanted to be the one to tell him about the arrest. Aaron calls Naheem and basically fusses him out about like what you doing, why you putting her in this situation. Because if it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have to put hands on this girl. Now she about to go to jail for assault and battery on a pregnant woman.
And might
Yeah,
I add,
yeah.
Naheem will all what how Amber feel about Kincaid is how I feel about Naheem. Because like any man, the one thing he has is audacity. Because you sitting up here acting like I'm it's all on me. She did wrong too. Oh, hold up.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Hold up. Because the blame for one is on both Kincaid and Capri. Because they both knew better. However,
However,
you
comma.
been the reason she ended up with Kincaid in the first place because you been cheating on that girl, and then you go cheat with her enemy.
Pause. The reason why she's with Kincaid is because your ass lied and said you was with Kincaid.
Multiple girl,
Because he was at the house looking for
you
you.
you opened the door. Literally, you let her open the
You let
door,
her open the
literally,
door.
for anybody to come in. So let's just take away the fact it was
Oh
Kincaid for
goodness.
one. But yeah, you literally couldn't even think of a good lie.
Better lie than that. Not a lie that she can easily check up on.
Easily check.
That's
Like,
crazy. My
I
husband says all the
digress.
time that women are better at cheating than men, and I hate to, but I have to agree.
Okay, I agree.
Because he'll say men just don't think like that far ahead. And it's
They
crazy
don't.
because I cannot think their head on a dang on checkerboard. But baby, in college, I ain't do too much. But if my friends needed an alibi,
Yeah.
girl, don't text my. Did you text my? If my phone texts your phone saying what we do last night, you say that we was chilling, and you know what I mean. Because my phone might text your phone asking some questions. Just know you need to answer them
Ooh.
correctly.
Yes.
So, um, bringing it back. So basically, Aaron calls Naheem, fusses him out about what's happening. And Capri is like, hey, don't tell my brother. Just be down here first thing in the morning to bail me out. Aaron is
Mhm.
like, cool. Capone's like, who you talking to? She like, oh, my stomach. And he's like, if your stomach hurt, why you grabbing your back?
Right. That joke was funny.
That's crazy.
Because Capone.
Like, stay focused. I'm
She
hurting. The baby
definitely
is
used that
hurting.
pregnancy to her advantage.
Advantage. So after that, moving on in the book, Jaden finds out that Timmy isn't dead from homeboy Jerome. He was reminiscing in his room about Joey and about the shooting when it went down due to Joey confessing that Timmy had raped her at that party.
Mhm.
Capone surprises him with a Hellcat as a late birthday gift because they know that he's not feeling the best and he doesn't want to celebrate a birthday whenever his
Understandable.
baby mama just died. Like he's feeling away about where his
Mhm.
life is right now. Um, he
And
hits
he
up
can't play
Jerome,
basketball.
and he can't play basketball, but he's getting
Mhm.
better though. Physical therapy is going pretty good. He hits up Jerome again, the mutual friend, but Jerome cut Timmy off after the shooting, not hanging around with him as not hanging around much, kind of cut him off. That's important later on.
Yeah.
Um, So Jerome tells him that Timmy not dead and sends him a picture of proof. And then Jaden is like, oh, he won't be breathing long. Like the boy, his villain origin
Jaden
story
locked
has
in.
started. Jaden is locked in. Um, Aaron sneaks out of the house to go and bail Capri out of jail. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. Kincaid is there waiting to get his boo out of lockup as well. So he tells
Mhm.
Capone that Aaron done snuck out. Snitching. You should have been
Well,
telling all your business.
well, well.
It's a
And
good
that
thing he did.
I understand Kincaid in that moment because the
I
man had
do.
already rearranged
I
his
think Aaron
dates
got
one
his
time
nose busted, so he got to be
on point. And he
on
knows,
point.
like, even if that didn't happen, safety
Yeah,
wise, it's a whole war out here. You driving his car. That is known. Like you ain't even take a car that ain't known.
That's
You
the crazy
took
part. Like, why'd you take his
one of
car,
his
girl? Why'd
known
you take your
cars.
Cooper? You could have
But they
took the
know her
Mini
Cooper
Cooper.
too, I think. But even then, I would have took the Cooper
I would have took the
versus
coupe versus his
his
car.
car.
Girl, I
Right.
ain't driving no dealer's car. I did that one time in my life, scared as hell. Would never do that again. Like, what if
Not
my mama?
safe.
It was not dumb things that we did as kids. Not safe. Not safe at all.
Ooh. Did your mama
Yeah,
find out about that?
girl, no,
Okay, I was finna say.
no. Talk about knocking my head between it would in Mortal Kombat. Get over here, pop, pop, pop. Because what you thinking? What you thinking, girl? Absolutely not.
Man,
Absolutely not. So yes, Kincaid was right. He was snitching though, but he was right. So he came out, called Capone and was like, "Hey, Aaron out here." Capone is like furious because he
going
didn't
crazy.
had no clue. She lied to him and Big Mike saying she was gonna take a nap. So while on the way home, they're ambushed on the highway. The shooters are trying to get Capri, and Capone pulls up on the scene, offering them some coverage as they drive down the highway. So it's a huge shootout on the highway in the daytime. Um,
Oh,
Capri
Kincaid
holds
was
it down.
shot.
Kincaid was shot in the shoulder and in the leg. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he was shot up. Capri held it down. She done dislocated her shoulder, shooting her thing, letting her thing bang.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron got some shots off too, which is good because Big Mike has been practicing with her, getting her shooting up because of the life they live in.
Mm-hmm.
So Capone, like I said, was pissed. And all I could think about when I was reading this was the episode of The Cosby Show when Vanessa snuck out and she was supposed to be
Oh, the
somewhere else, but
wretched.
she was in Baltimore. And
Yes. He had big
you had
fun
big fun.
with the wretched.
So
Boy,
it
Vanessa tried. She was the one that tried them the most in my eyes.
was
Vanessa and
baby.
Denise.
Denise, yeah.
Yeah. Them two.
Baby,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I can think about with him being pissed because he's like, I done tore this house apart because I don't even believe Kincaid that you're gone. Like, imagine
Mm-hmm.
my like shock, like you're pregnant with my baby and you my baby and you gone. Like,
And you know
oh,
it's a
they were
war happening.
fun. Right. And you know it's a war happening. Like, absolutely unacceptable. So Capone, fast forwarding, they get over that, talk about it. She understands now that she got to move different. Um, Capone realizes that he messed up with still sleeping with Ella because he realizes that she is dating Dante. She is seeming like it's getting serious because of the way she's acting, and old dude is at the house and he's talking to um CJ on the phone and stuff, trying to FaceTime or whatever. And a little bit of me feels like Ella was dating big part, 85% of her was dating to make him jealous. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like she also wanted to be loved too. Like
Oh,
if
yeah,
she
for
could have,
sure.
if he would have, she was loving the fact that somebody was wanting her. And from a person that love language is being wanted, yeah, I can understand that. I would not endanger my children because I watch too much Forensic Files and Invasion Discovery for that. But I
Mm-hmm.
understand where she was coming from.
Two things can be true for
Two things
sure.
can be true. And I do believe in that situation. Those things were true. So Ella, Dante, if y'all remember, Dante is the ninja that was touching on Aaron's leg, and Capone was like, "What color we wearing to this man's funeral?" When they was in the club.
Mm-hmm. In the club.
And as Jazz stated, Dante is the nephew of Triller and only dating Ella to get to CJ
Mm-hmm.
because Triller has put in his head that, hey, we need to get to this man's son since he stole or killed my son. So
Mm-hmm.
he didn't, well, we find out later that he didn't put the location. They were sharing locations. Dumb, just dumb. Sharing locations and all of this stuff. So yeah. um Aaron and Capone find out that they find out she's pregnant, and they find out that their baby has Down syndrome. They also find out that they're having a girl because as the nurse was explaining to them about the test that they ran and all those stuff, she leaked that it was a girl by accident. Erin
Mhm.
is blaming herself and all this stuff. And Capone, he really held it down. He was like, nothing is changing. This doesn't change anything. It doesn't change how I love you, how I'm gonna love our baby. He also brings up the fact that he has sickle cell. So like he understands and is, sympathetic to what it's gonna be like to raise a child with a disability. Um,
Mhm.
and Capone proposes to Erin, and he's like, there ain't gonna be no prenup, there ain't gonna be you signing nothing and all this stuff. And that brings me to my first discussion question. Jazz, we're boy moms. And so as a fellow boy mom, if he was well off with money, would you encourage a prenup? How would you approach that situation?
Um, if my son came to me in this situation talking about it, I would definitely ask, like, are you thinking about a prenup? Are you considering or not considering one? And if he's either way, no matter which way he decides to go, I'm gonna rock with him. But I'm just gonna be like, all right now, let me tell you something. Okay. Marriage
Let me
gets
whisper
hard.
something in your ear real quick.
I'll let you know right now, marriage gets hard. You just never know what can happen. People change. You may change. She may change over the years. Things happen.
Life status
So
is gonna change if you try to leave
yeah,
me without this
if
prenup.
if you decide not to go with the prenup and then y'all break up, she take half. That's just what it's gonna be,
Ooh,
right? You can't take her out. You and your twin cannot harm her. Okay. Now I'm gonna just reinforce that. Do not harm your child's mother. Okay. You didn't harm Ella, and she put your boy directly in danger. Okay. I'm just letting you know.
I
So
mean, he
yeah,
wanted to.
that's how, yes, he did want to. But for CJ's sake, it
Yes.
was like, no, she was just being dumb. But yeah, that's how I would approach it. Cause I never say never, but I really would like to be the mother-in-law or mother that they just come for advice. Like if you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm gonna be
Mhm.
like, that's just me though. You gotta throw that in there. Like that's me. I don't know. You can take heed, but that's just me. So
I
yeah.
think that's good. That's good. I am totally different. I and I would say the situations vary. If it was we had money
Mm-hmm.
and they're inheriting this money, I'm
Oh,
with the
like y'all
Morgan,
made
the
the
Morgan
money and
guy.
then passed it down.
Right. Like if
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
the multimillionaire and you my child
Oh,
and you
that's
marrying,
different.
you're gonna you can still get something, but I like how he put it. And it's circling around social media. He was like, they can get something, you just not gonna get the lump sum of
Right.
what
You
you were
ain't gonna
going to
get
get.
half.
He was like, he said he was give them like $1 million a year. And hey, that ain't
Mm-hmm.
bad. If you can survive off of me, I could survive off 1 million a year.
If you can't survive off million a year, you need to
You
rethink some
right.
things.
So you're fine. You just not gonna get the billion in a lump sum that I got. And that should be
Mm-hmm.
cool. Like if you love them that much, hey, cool. We straight. And don't need to try to kill me because y'all still ain't getting it. But so if it's my money that they're inheriting, you definitely got to sign that prenup. Baby. And I don't and if because if you love them, I don't understand why not. But if it's their money, um, they're the ones that's well off, it's their money. I'm going to definitely be like, hey, write out your plan now because and agree to terms now because things look different when you're angry. Make the decisions when you're in love because if and when you do split, things can look a little crazy whenever you're just, things look crazy whenever you're going through it and talking and working out of anger. Yeah, so that would be my, answer there. Like I ain't gonna force nothing. I would be and I don't want to be, you know, rubbing my future daughter-in-law the wrong way. But I would
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
talk to us both. If they brought it to me, if they brought it to me, I will talk to them both like, hey, sit down and lay these parameters out now while y'all in love because
Mm-hmm.
things look different when you're not. And I feel like you should rather make those decisions with a clear mind, with no ill intent, versus
versus
you can
later.
set them up for success in a prenup. A prenup doesn't mean you get nothing. Um,
Mhm.
I wouldn't advise that, but like, hey, they pay this, they pay that, whatever. It's just you not about to take half of my stuff and you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I just don't think that's fair.
Mm,
Um,
I
yeah.
get it. Yeah, that's definitely different if it's something that you've received from like your parents, like
Yeah.
us. Like we passed our wealth down
You're
and
gonna have to
now you
sign it,
got
baby
this
girl.
person coming in who just you just met.
You're gonna have to sign them papers.
Yeah, you have to sign them. Like you said, a prenup doesn't mean bad. Like it
It
doesn't mean
doesn't have to
that or
be
nothing like
bad.
that. Like moving forward, whatever y'all build, split that. But
Right.
this right here,
But
what
this
we
right
built,
here, you can't have
nah,
that.
you
My
can't. You can have
grandkids can,
a percentage.
Right. Like my grandkids can have what you can have whatever you like, TI, but you, baby girl,
We gonna
just
have to set
like
some boundaries.
you gonna wipe us out of it, baby.
Yeah.
Look now. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. That's how
Yeah.
people
Put
end
all
up
the
on.
type of stipulations, clauses. If he cheat, you get this. If you
Right.
cheat,
Y'all
you
both
don't.
can have stipulations in this
Yeah.
prenup, but you gonna sign a prenup though. It's gonna
But
be
that
something.
drug game, that him and he built that. Listen, do what you need to do. Do what you feel is best. However, if it don't work out, you can't take that girl out. Sorry. That's
Yeah.
just
Now,
what it
first of all,
is.
if it's drug money, like I'm be like, look, you need a beneficiary anyway, because let's be real.
He did.
Oh yeah,
But, he did have the trucking. So, yeah.
yeah,
Either way, her name had to go on some type of paperwork. But
yeah.
prenup wise, if he came to me, we'll talk about it. I'll give my honest opinion. Do with that information what you will.
Right. Like, do it. I can't make you do nothing, but I can advise you. And it is. I would not be the best mother I could be if I did not advise you in your
Yeah.
best interest, because
Mm-hmm.
her mama probably advising her in her best interest, as
Right.
you should. But she ain't my child yet. Now, once y'all get married, that is none of my concern of what y'all tried to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rocking with you once you say I do and all the things. So once you propose and all of that, then that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So jumping back into our Capone 3 recap or review. Blaze is kidnapped because, as Jazz mentioned in our recap, he touched Aaron's face, and that was a big no-no because what you doing? There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of fish, but this fish was Capone's, and you could have touched any fish, but you touched this fish, and now you gotta get touched. And that's crazy to get killed over somebody else's female.
Or
And you
somebody
didn't
else's
even
beef.
right. And that's what, like, and this wasn't even your beef. Like, you somebody's like do boy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Crazy. So Capone kidnaps him. They have a female set him up, and that's what they said in the book. Vagina will be the downfall of men every time. It
Mm-hmm.
has started wars. Often you got to stay focused. Why? Why would you be bringing these women up in
Yeah.
here?
Stop thinking with the wrong head. Keep
Wrong
thinking
head.
with the wrong head.
And now you're
Stick
dead.
with the top one. Mm-hmm.
And now you're
That's something definitely gonna teach my boy. Like, listen, have some discernment about yourself. I already teach the girls that, don't fall for this guy, don't do this. But same thing for these little boys out here too. Like, don't think with that head all the time. Think with this brain up here. Like, all of a sudden this girl interested in me. Oh yeah, let me bring her back to the spot. Let me bring her back to where I can be hurt, if something happens. Like, no.
let me trust her to
And
lock the door.
yeah,
I don't know you.
I don't know you. As a matter of fact, we ain't finna go nowhere.
We're not going to my house. Like, we're going somewhere with where the doors lock automatically. That's where we're going.
Yeah, like,
Like a
and
hotel.
especially during right. Even then, probably not. Especially during that time. And he had already had a wife or a girlfriend or something like
Oh,
that. Yeah. Yeah.
see,
See? Look
had
at
that
you.
coming.
Cheating.
Mm-mm.
And look where it got you. So yeah, definitely
Crazy.
gonna teach Willie, like, you don't have to stick your little wee wee in everything.
Your little wee wee.
You you, you don't
That's
you don't have
funny.
to.
So they handled that, and that is when they find out that Timmy is alive. That's when Capone finds out that Timmy is alive because Jaden hasn't told nobody because he trying to handle it on his own. So
Mhm.
he wants Capri back, and Capone is like, that shit dead. And basically, he was like, he killed me. He was like, there is some positive to this. And he's like, oh, what's the positive? I ain't smashing your face into this dashboard for cheating on my sister. I'm like, you know what? Because you seen what he did
Cause
to Kincaid.
yeah, she told him
So,
too. Like she basically
yes,
saved Naheem again.
again. And that's what he said. He was like, she told me to stay out of it. She said that's y'all business. And I'm glad that he honored that because he doesn't seem like a man that would. So I'm glad that they were
Yeah,
able to. I'm glad that that didn't affect how Naheem ran with the folks because but now it couldn't have been my brother. Um that nigga dead. Like you better
it's
find
one
you
thing for
another.
you to cheat on my sister, but not only that, you cheated with the trap pass around and got her pregnant. You was out here raw dogging the trap pass around, and it could have brought something back to my sister, sir. Sir, one or two things. You gonna have to run up out of this, run up out of New York. You gonna have to get up out of here, or we gonna send you out of here, one way
Even
or
that
another.
though, like I would be really pissed at my brother for still being friends with somebody that it, but now again, Capri was cool with it. But if I'm not cool with it, which I guess that makes a difference. If she's cool with it,
Yeah, it
then they
makes a
cool with
difference.
it. I'm like, if
Yeah.
I'm not cool with it, I wish you would be having this person around. Like, you
So
got me
I can
messed up.
see it like them still handling their business together, because if Capone would have just turned it into straight, you work for me, ain't no more coming around our family events, ain't no more nothing. We gonna cut this thing off. I can kind of get it because you got to be careful about who you're
Yeah.
bringing in new wise.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was Capri still trying to hold on and keep that friendly relationship because the whole family loved Naheem
You a
and all
strong
this kind of
soldier.
stuff. But no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No.
Crazy.
So yeah, he's very delusional. And
Yes, he
even
was
Aaron was
delusional.
like,
Like,
it's a
there's no
wrap.
coming back from that.
Yeah.
So, circling back to Naheem and his loop of friends. So, Tasha and
Super friend.
because like this is like kind of like with Tasha, this is like his side story, his side
Yeah.
piece. Trilla makes Tasha drop the charges because the detectives were snooping around his house. And we know that no drug dealer want nobody snooping around their house
Around
because
their
you're gonna
house.
find something, especially somebody as messy as him. So
Mhm.
Tasha and Timmy are hiding out there, and Trilla had to choke Timmy out because he's like, "What you going outside for? Like, you're
Mhm.
supposed to be dead. So what you doing?" Um, and again, because Trilla didn't want the detectives coming back to the house, he made Tasha basically at gunpoint drop the charges. Tasha really liked Naheem, and we find out that she had a daughter named Kayla. And Tim makes a comment about like, what you gonna do about with this baby? Like, you can't even raise Kayla. That's why she's in Maryland. Um, so like, what you doing? You thinking a baby's gonna fix all your problems? And that's where I felt like Tim was kind of gaining a teensy bit of common sense, but not enough,
Mhm.
not quick enough. Capri finds out that Capadonna knew about Naheem cheating during a phone call, and he explained that he thought that her knowing that Tasha was one of the women that Naheem cheated with was going to make it harder for them to fix things. And he apologized for that because Capri is like, there is no fixing nothing. Like, nothing is gonna be fixed. And
Ugh.
yeah,
Capadonna pissed me off.
with them not telling.
You're in jail. Stop worrying about what I'm feeling out here. Okay? Because clearly you don't know. Like you knew first that he was
Ooh.
messing around on me, not just with her, but like
But in
multiple
general.
people in general. You're my brother. Okay? He ain't in there with you no more. Why are you protecting him? Why are you protecting him versus me? Talking about y'all wouldn't be able to fix it. You shouldn't want me to fix it.
Hmm.
You shouldn't want me to fix anything. You should want me to be happy. and say, "Hey, sis, now he ain't got to talk to you. Like, listen, the whole no snitching code that don't work in this situation.
Yeah, that was tough.
No,
Yeah.
I would have. I'd be like, Capone, don't send him nothing, nothing on his books for a month. He's on punishment. No
He's
noodles
on
for you.
punishment a week.
Ugh,
Oh, so
ridiculous.
fast forwarding again, Aaron finds Jaden's gun in his room because she's cleaning up, doing something because she nesting and whatnot. She can't keep still. So Jerome
Hmm.
help get Jaden a gun. She tells Capone and agrees to let Capone handle it, which I was very thankful for because Aaron she's been the mom and Jaden needed a man to talk to him
Yeah.
about this stuff, and especially about what he's trying to do. So Erin
Hmm.
doesn't like it, but she agrees to let Jaden officially take Timmy out as long as Capone is there to make sure that everybody gets home safe.
Hmm.
Um, Erin and Capone get married in Barbados. It's a surprise wedding. Everyone around helped them get things together. Everybody knew about it except for Erin. Capri gets a little emotional. And there was one insert that I had highlighted in the book that I just thought was so cute. And she was like, in her bio, she was like, "You loved me before I could work out how I even felt about you." And that hit me hard because Kenny will say all the time that like he was on me and I was like really indecisive about him because I was like, no, I don't want no title, all this stuff. But that hit. And for like a guy to like really pursue you and chase you, not a guy, a man to really pursue
Hmm.
and chase you and let his intentions be clear about you and know that he don't I didn't appreciate that then in college, and I don't think Erin appreciated it then
Hmm.
in the beginning. But like now that she's been going through all these things and she's going through all this stuff with Jaden, going through all these things with her cousin, um, with her aunt having to break up with her boyfriend for a minute and all those things, I think that she could really appreciate having a man that was so heavy on her and so intentional about her. But
Yeah.
Capri gets a little bit sentimental because, she's thinking about the demise of her own marriage. And she's like, I thought I had that for everything with Naheem, but, look at me now.
Hmm.
Um, Discussion question number 2 for me is how would you feel about a surprise wedding? Does that take away from the moment or is it romantic?
So the control person in me, the controller, would be like annoyed. However, I think it was a very sweet gesture. I do. I think it was very sweet. And the fact that it was everything she wanted, it all worked out.
Right.
Only thing for me, like if I was in that situation, I would have wanted to have my moment to like pick out my own dress type of thing. Like I want to be able to
Mhm.
pick out my own dress, make sure it fits good, like
Right.
the style is what I want, all of that. Other than that, I think it was good. Like I feel like he did a good job because she already had so much happening. Planning a wedding would have just escalated everything when she should have been chilling, you know. And he still wanted to give her wedding her dream. So I think it was a sweet gesture. I really do. Um, would I have personally done that or wanted my husband to do that? No,
No. Same.
no. But
No.
sweet. It was still sweet.
It's a sweet gesture. My answer is the same, no, because I feel like I but again, and in Erin's defense, she said that she never dreamed about having a wedding. She never
Hmm.
envisioned herself getting married and all of those things. So, with that being her thought process, then I can see why that worked for her. But for me, no. I want to pick my own dress. I want to at least pick my own dress, like have that. There's certain
Yeah.
moments that I felt like happened during the planning part of my wedding that
Hmm.
I'm glad happened, and I would not have wanted them not to happen. Now, if he want to plan our vow renewal or something, he could do that. I
Hmm.
wouldn't be mad at that because we've already gotten married
Yeah.
married.
Or if he just wanted to plan it, period, and then just came to me and was like, "Babe, what you think
No,
about?" this, tell me X, Y, and Z, and then leave me what I want to do, I'm
That's
fine
cool
with
too.
that.
Because then at least it's a cohesive thing, and I know what day I'm getting married.
Right. I'm prepared
Right.
emotionally.
So Ella doesn't like Dante as much as, she was in love with Capone, but she's trying, she's trying, and she's still, dating him partially
Dante
in
don't put
parts.
that pipe down. He don't lay
Yeah.
that pipe like Capone would.
Yeah. She was like, that wasn't all that great. But the crazy part is, her putting CJ in harm's way. And you can tell that it got vindictive, and which happens in a lot of baby daddy, baby mom relationships is when somebody tell you can't do something, then the baby mama is like, you doing all this and that, so I can do this. And it shouldn't be a
Mhm.
tip for that when your children are involved.
Mhm.
Um, Kincaid expresses how much he really loves Capri, and how he will wait for her to figure things out with Naheem before they move forward, because she was just basically like, only thing I can give you right now is friendship. So yes.
So I know because I'm further in the whole universe, this
Hmm.
universe for them. But Kincaid in this series reminds me a lot of the upcoming character Kwamir. And I think you'll
Hmm.
see what I'm talking about as far as like how crazy he'll go for Capri, like the things
Okay.
he says to Capri, like, I'm willing to wait for you to work out whatever so we can have
Hmm.
a good foundation. Like Kincaid reminds me a lot of that character. And I
Character.
feel like in this series, now when we get to Capadonna, he was tripping. But it ain't all
Mhm.
on him either. But
Okay.
he reminds me a lot of Kwamir in this series. And I'm emphasizing that because for the people who read the series, they're gonna be like, Kwamir is top tier. He'll never be Kincaid. Kincaid can never be Meerkat.
Oh,
I
okay.
know that. I'm just saying in this particular series of Capone, especially in Capone 3,
Since we
when
haven't
he's
met him, Quamir,
yeah,
it's
right.
giving. Okay.
When it's giving that, like how much he loves and will do for her.
Okay.
Almost. Oh yeah.
And Trilla is losing money and men
Left
because
and right.
they are killing they're killing his people. They are burning his trucks. They done found the
Hmm.
routes to everything. They are stopping this man's money. They like, you not about to eat, because they really trying to smoke him out,
Hmm.
because he doing all these things, doing the most. And they're like, because at this point, he done set he said Dante and them had a situation to where he was CJ was there, and Dante was like, "Oh, let me come through," and Ella was like, "Okay, sure, but hurry up, my baby daddy on the way." And then he like, "Bet I'm coming,"
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm, mm, mm.
and so Jazz, take it away with the
Second
second
half.
half of this action pill book.
Okay. So just a little snippet going back to Erin and her cousin, I'll just say Rye. Their relationship was on the rocks because Rye moved down to Miami to be with Trilla's other nephew, who I'm sure like they didn't know all of that.
They didn't know because
Um,
he played in the NBA.
yes. And his nephew had a little
Little
habit.
powder problem.
Yeah. He was putting his hands on her, and she was down there supposed to be getting like her body done, so she had to gain a little weight. He kept calling her fat, even though he knew why she was doing that, but that was the drugs. So yeah, she was basically in an abusive relationship, and she ended up leaving and coming back to New York. And she was acting funny anyway, but basically what she revealed was multiple things. So she was heartbroken, jealous, whatever the emotion was that she was sharing her mother, Joe, with Aaron. Like she felt like Aaron was getting all the attention versus her. And she was like, my dad died too, and I didn't get attention, all of that. And she revealed to Aaron and Joe that her boyfriend was putting his hands on her, and
Mhm,
she ended up meeting Big Mike as well because wherever Aaron went, Big Mike was there,
mhm.
with her. So basically, they have a heart to heart, and Aaron was like, I didn't know, that's how you felt. You could have said something to me, like all these different things. And they pretty much both agreed to make up and move forward as cousins. Side note, she pissed me off. Cousin pissed me off. And I wholeheartedly feel like it was more so her getting, well, what I was about to say was insensitive, getting abused versus her talking about Aaron and Joe.
That's what
And I
I was
feel
gonna
like
say too.
you what?
I
Like you
agree.
agree with
I
that?
felt like Jackal J wrote that kind of weird because in the beginning it was like, you can always have my mama. It's us. We more than cousins. We sisters.
Your
She never
sisters.
showed that type of thing. I could understand if she did feel that way because your that tragedy happened at a pivotal time for both of them. You in your teenage years, and you do
Mm-hmm.
need your mom the most during these times. So,
Mm-hmm.
like when middle school start, after middle school, high school, like you and your mama are going through it. You're going through it together because all these emotions, all these things. So I could, she was valid. It's a valid statement to have if those were feelings, but it didn't feel like
There was no
it came
indication.
out of nowhere. So I was like,
Yeah.
I could have
Mm-hmm.
understood more so if she was like after Aaron got with Capone, you left the house and it felt like you kind of left
Yeah.
me and
Yeah.
that was your new family. I could understand that. Like you didn't have time then because
Mm-hmm.
you were there taking care of them. Then I could understand like I
But
didn't
that
feel
wasn't even
like,
the case.
but that wasn't the case. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I needed a mom and Aaron had my mom. Oh, okay. All right.
She didn't though. You still lived in the house
Yeah.
with your mama. They lived downstairs when she was old enough, like her and Jaden.
Yeah.
And it was like you she so to me it was more so she wanted that same, she thought she was getting that same love that she was going to get with her boyfriend, how Aaron was with Capone, how Capone felt
Mm.
about Aaron. And she admitted that Aaron was right. She always falls way
Well,
too
yeah.
fast, way too hard. She's
Yeah.
blinded by the looks, the money, versus getting to know someone. And you took off and went states away
Yeah.
to Miami with this person. And thank goodness you were able to escape. Thank goodness you were able to even get on a plane to
Baby.
leave. So I just felt like that part was weird because I'm like, you could have just stuck with, he was beating up on me and I was, ashamed and embarrassed and like, feeling a little jealous because you're here getting all this love, this fairy tale ending, and I'm here fighting for my life. That would have made more sense to me versus bringing her mama into it. But whatever. We find out. So while they're talking, Big Mike gets a call and tells Aaron, we got to leave and go to the hospital. Capone has sickle cell, and it's mentioned earlier like he hadn't been taking his medication like he was supposed to
Mhm.
because everything had been going on. So they go to the hospital, and Ella, of course, is there because he passed out and started having a seizure in Ella's house with CJ, there and stuff like that. So basically, Ella is
Right.
like, I'm finna go. Me, Dante, and CJ finna go on a trip. You can't stop me, and yada, yada, yada. And Capone is like, yes, I can. Going back and forth. So Capone needed a blood transfusion, but he was going to go get Ella, make sure she didn't leave with their son. And
Mm.
Aaron is like, no, you need to stay here. If you walk out this hospital, she didn't say that it was done, but basically, like, you better not. He did it
Right.
anyway. And he went to Ella's house. Um, Moving forward, Aaron, like Amber mentioned earlier, Jaden wanted to kill Timmy. Aaron Ben wanted Timmy dead, low key.
You think you
Um,
did.
and Jaden comes in to talk to her and Capone, let Aaron know like this is what he wants to do. It's gonna happen with or without Capone, but Capone wanted me to get your blessing. That's when he also tells Aaron that he hates Timmy also because he raped Joey at a party. Um, he does know the baby is his because she was already pregnant before the party, but Timmy rapes her. So Aaron is like, well, dang, all right, guess that's that. So yeah, they're gonna kill him. And going back to Ella and Capone, Ella is on the phone with Dante, like Amber had mentioned earlier. Dante's like, "Oh, I'm on the way," because they're supposed to be going somewhere. CJ is still a little shaken up about Capone having a seizure. So he's not acting right. He like, I don't care about no Dante. I want to see my daddy. Ella got to threaten him, all of that. So Capone gets to the house. And of course, another shootout. Shooting everywhere happens. Long story short, he ends up saving Ella and CJ and brings Ella away from danger.
Mm-hmm.
Dante is pissed because he was trying to tell Trilla, like, Capone was on the way, but you should have let me handle it. Instead, you sent all these men to kill him, and look, he still got away.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Dante is calling Trilla out and is like, "You think you can move smarter than that man? You'll never be smarter than him. I'm down. I'm done. I'm out. Like, I don't want no parts of this." Trilla, awesome, right in there, his own nephew, for telling the truth. By the way, let's just put that out there.
Had to make an
Uh,
example out of him.
yeah, made an example out of his own nephew. Um, Capone takes out Trilla's mom in retaliation because he like, oh, he was trying to kill my son. All right, bet. Which is what Capone was thinking anyway about this guy. He just didn't have the proof yet. And he thought Ella would have moved smarter than that, but she didn't, clearly. Um, Also, so Capone does that. And it's important to know that Trilla's mom is a judge. So Capone just didn't give a damn. He on a rampage, which is not normal for him. He's usually the calm, calculated person. Now, Naheem has Sarge. So Naheem wandering the streets like a little Pac-Man ghost because he can't go home. And when he do go home, he keeps thinking about Capri and is depressed. So, yeah. Anyways, he has eyes on Sarge. And I can't remember if we mentioned this in the previous episodes just because so much has happened in the book, but Sarge was a worker for Capone and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sarge betrayed them. He was a
Snitch.
snitch. Yeah, he was a snitch. And he helped Tasha escape. So that's how Tasha got out. Because she was supposed to be like watched and her and Timmy and all of that. She must have put it on Sarge.
Yeah, he was getting the head or
Uh
something, and that's how Timmy
Something.
got out.
Yeah. So something happened and Sarge was to blame. So Naheem saw Sarge and was like, "You want me to get him?" Capone like, "Nah, I want to get him." They do get him, by the way. And Kendra, and this just a little drop, but Kendra is mentioned. So Kendra comes up in the Capadonna books. Kendra
Mm-hmm.
is Capadonna's longtime girlfriend who's
Yeah.
supposed to be holding him down while he's locked up. Capone can't stand her. Don't like her. That's that. I'm gonna
None
leave
of
the
the family
rest.
like her, which we find out later.
Yeah. I can't wait till you read about Kendra. You're gonna be
Oh, I've
like,
read it. I'm on Capadonna too.
oh, you're on two now.
I'm on
Okay.
two.
Kendra's something serious. Kendra's something
Kendra
else.
is crazy.
But she's funny. Like to me, Kendra is at least like funny.
Kendra is
Just
playing with fire.
she's funny in the way of like, I can't believe she really be thinking like this. Like her logic
Girl,
is
her logic is
crazy.
off. Like they mentioned that they thought that she was slow in the book
They
a couple of
did.
times, and I'm like, I see that.
She
That
is
is why
slow, but it's like she's slow for men and money, if that makes sense.
they
Like,
call it spectrum for a reason. So there's levels.
yeah, I can't wait to talk about her some more. So moving on, Naheem gets shot. Uh, Naheem is shot to the point where he's pretty much on knocking on death's door.
Mhm.
Capri and Kincaid, they come to the hospital, and even Kincaid is like, I took his woman, and we was together, but I didn't want to see him die. I didn't want to see him go
Yeah.
out like that. And Capri is upset because it's still her husband. Just don't turn off that love switch like that. And she's just really worried about him. But Kincaid is still there to support. Like he's still supporting her and waiting for her and all these things. So yeah, that's wild though. Like kick
Church do not. I don't care if I'm in a coma. I don't care if all I can do is blink my eyeballs at you. Do not. We done broke up. We will. Do not bring your side piece or whatever up in here to see me. I don't care how much you still care about me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because no. What do you think that's gonna do to my healing process? Like, you don't want me to heal. You're trying to traumatize me more. You know how I feel about you. I wish Kenneth Baker would. I wish you would. Don't you ever
Now
bring
she
nobody
stood up
else.
there.
Y'all holding hands and when
Them
I
little
get
love
done, when
faces.
my legs start back working, I kill both of y'all. Bust your head with the vase of flowers that you bought here for me. Don't play with me.
Boy,
Do not
I
piss me
don't
off
care
in
if
this
I was in the
hospital.
wrong first. I don't
I
care.
don't care. Don't do that.
Don't
You
care.
already winning. I'm shot. I'm the one that's in the hospital bed. Leave me
You
alone.
clearly hate me.
Don't come here and see me. Ask your
Oh
brother how I'm
man.
doing. You don't need to come see me.
At
Oh,
all.
the nerve.
I could
No.
understand Capri coming for sure. I could even
Exactly.
understand Kincaid dropping her off. But
Exactly. I can even
yeah,
understand this Negro being in the waiting room. What you got to do in here? What you got to do in here besides what piss
piss
me
me
off?
off.
That's the only thing you're doing. Get out. Get out. No, disrespectful.
The
We're over
disrespect.
and the game is over. Everybody done got their licks. You adding more licks. You punching me some more and the fight is over. No.
Child. Mm,
Mm-mm.
mm, mm. So yeah, Naheem laying up in the hospital fighting for his life. Child. And we'll get to what happened with Naheem later. Capone came to Trilla's mom's funeral.
Whew, baby.
I
You
love that.
I like that
I
energy.
I love it.
I like that energy.
I
Boy.
love that because I I don't know. It kind of this is coming up into my topic question, but
Mhm.
it's just like Capone coming to the funeral was like chef's kiss. And
Absolutely.
it's just like it kind of reminds me how they say with true crime, like the person always ends up returning
Comes back
back
to the scene
to
of
the
the
scene of the
crime.
crime. Yeah, like when it first happens, the police there, some type of way
Mhm.
they end up being in that area
Vicinity
related to
again.
it. Yes. And for him to
Ooh.
show up to the funeral and then act like he was sad and crying.
Hug this man and tell him I can't remember what he said, but something like you next,
Yeah,
pussy
pretty
that nigga.
much. Like you a walking dead man.
Yo, that's
I'm gonna take your
crazy.
family out one by one, pretty much. I'm taking
Like,
you down inch
I
by
was here
inch.
for it. And I was
Yeah.
okay with his mom being killed once I found out how dirty she was.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, they did not allude to her being a dirty judge. I'm like, dang, this woman a judge living the best life, and y'all just gonna kill her for no
Yeah.
reason. That's kind of
I
crazy.
just I assumed she was dirty. That was
I
just
did
me. I just
not.
assumed she was a dirty person because who her son was by association. I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And if it didn't drop, I would have been like, oh well, guess she good. But her own son need to be locked up. Why she ain't locking his ass up? But yeah,
Yeah.
so my question or discussion topic, I guess you could say, is
Mhm.
when is when is it too far? Like, do you believe in taking out your own revenge, or do you believe in they'll get theirs, karma will come back around type of thing?
Now in my adult life, in my mature life, because I have children now, um, I believe that, and then the Lord is working on me. I believe that revenge is gonna have to be not mine. It's gonna have to be the Lord's,
Mm-hmm.
depending on levels to this. But if it's something that I can't handle with a click of a button, or like you can't have access to me to this because of me,
Mm-hmm.
um, then yes. But if it's something big, which I can't imagine what that could be at this point in my life, I'm definitely like, I'm gonna have to if I can't handle it legally, legally I would seek revenge. But other than that, no. Um,
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, like I gotta be here for my kids.
Mhm.
That's what I would try. In this calm moment, that's what I would try to do. I try not to go back and forth with folks because now people be trying to run up and do crazy things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
most of the things that I be feeling like I may have wanted revenge for is not that deep, and I'm like, the best way that you could piss somebody off is them doing the most, and you looking at them and it's like, I am so unbothered by what you're doing. So yeah, and that'll piss a motherfucker off bad. So,
Yeah.
and I'm that type, like, oh, I want you to be mad. Be big mad. Cause I'm gonna be like, huh,
Mhm.
good for you. Cause I'm living good. So I feel like how they say living good is your best revenge. It really
Mhm.
is. 'Cause don't nothing piss somebody off more than them trying to make you mad and drag you there and you don't go there.
You don't go.
So
Mhm.
yes.
I like that response. That's so mature. I love that. Uh, for me personally, it is like you said, there are levels to
What's up?
things for me.
I'm petty.
Um,
So, I can be petty, but I
yeah,
try not
but
to be.
one way or another, I'm gonna get my get back.
One way or another.
One way or another. And the type of get back depends on what happened. I just feel like the Lord bless me with a creative mind for certain things. And if he didn't give me these thoughts,
The Lord is not giving you these thoughts, friend, and I'm not gonna let you put that on the Lord. He is
oh
not
my
giving you these
gosh,
thoughts.
if the
He
Lord
gave you
didn't
the
bless
brain
me with
ability. He
this
did not give
brain
you this thought.
ability and the
These thoughts are not of the
creativity,
Lord.
I just feel like this me and the Lord with revenge. Here's the
No,
thoughts. Here's the
no.
thought. Either you do it or you don't. But here is the thought. Don't take it too far. But here's the thought.
You
But
are
honestly,
getting
in all
your
seriousness,
angels crossed up.
maybe. But in all seriousness though,
Oh,
I know the revenge is the Lord's. Like whatever he has planned for that particular individual, I could never top that. Could never
right.
top that. But I am the type that I do want to see some corrective action happening. And
I agree
you
there.
know, looking back on my life now, like you had said earlier, now that I've matured and I have my own children, some things I will let slide, talking trash about me, like you talk. Yeah,
Right.
we're more than likely not even in the same circles close enough for me to do anything, whatever. Fine.
Times can turn, boomerangs come around, but
Yeah, anything can
yeah,
happen.
anything can
Yeah,
happen. But
for
I'm
sure.
like, the human in me is definitely like, huh, yeah, this is why you're hot.
I like both, to be honest. I like the fact, like, especially if, okay, so for me personally, for me to want to actually retaliate or say something or do something against you, that means you have been poking me. You've been poking me, you've been poking me, you've been poking me for like at
Same.
least 3 times. Like the first time, I let it go. Second time, all right now, chill out, leave me alone. Third time, oh, you want me to get active. So since I can't put my hands on you physically,
Oh Lord.
I'm going to figure out a way for my satisfaction to happen. Now, whether that's I go harder and what I'm working on to make myself better, fine. Or whether it's I figure out something else. Mind you, a situation like this hasn't happened for a while now.
Right. I don't feel like we're in the
However,
space. We are not in the space to where we are even surrounded by people for real
yeah,
that this could be applied to. So it's like it's
right,
very
like
hard for me to think of a thing that I could even seek revenge on. At this point, it's just my kids, like my family. Don't do that, like, cause it ain't gonna.
Mhm.
It's gonna happen instantly. Like I'm gonna be so mad. I'm not gonna have time to think. Like you done
Mhm.
did something to my kid. I'm on you right then and there. That ain't revenge. That's it happened in the moment.
Retaliation. Yeah,
That's
that's
just
action.
retaliation, right? That's not revenge. That's
Mhm.
definitely just instant retaliation. Because what?
Yeah, I can see that. I'm always coming. Don't worry. This don't worry. Don't ever think you got over on me. Ever. That but that's just me. I don't know. Like Tink told me if I was like a killer, I'd be a silent but deadly killer type of person, like in a book universe.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be like, you be the person that pour cyanide in somebody's drink. Hopefully you don't forget that you did that. But
Fast.
you do that and then you go on about your day. He said that's kind of how I would be if we were in like a universe.
As
And I was
universe.
like, you know what? I'll take it. Cause you don't gotta bother people. Like Trilla, for example. None of this had to happen. In the
No.
first book, one of Capone's little flunky men did something. He took care of it, put the word out, hey, I don't want no beef. It ain't no beef. That situation was dealt with. It ain't affecting your money. It ain't affecting my money. But Trilla was waiting on a moment
Moment.
to do
Cause a
that.
war.
Cause yeah, the cause of war, because he's always been jealous of Capone. He was even jealous of the fact that Kincaid, who he knew since he was a boy, wanted to be on Capone's side instead of his side. So no matter
Right.
what Capone did, all it took was one little thing, and that opened the floodgates for Trilla.
Right.
And I just feel like the past people in my life who have bothered me, I didn't do nothing to you. I ain't did nothing to you. Nothing at
Yeah.
all. I ain't talk bad about you. I ain't take money from you. I ain't do none of that. But now you just want to come at me so hard. So now I got to show you why you need to leave me alone.
Hmm.
Leave me alone. It's a reason. Like, yeah. Even my therapist was like, yeah, you a little too
I
unstable for
believe
certain
that.
situations.
I
So
believe that.
yeah, leave folks alone. That's all I got to
Hmm.
say.
Moral of the
So,
story.
um, moving on after the funeral, Ella is in the house with Capone, Aaron, Jane, everybody after the
Hmm.
situation. Aaron and
Oh,
Capone are having it out. What?
you said Ella's in the house with everybody.
Yeah,
That pissed me off.
when Capone moved Ella into the
Yes,
house. Yes,
that
and
pissed me off.
the issue with that is he did not talk to Aaron about it at all.
That
Mind you,
pissed me
they
off.
are married now. So this is her house. And he just moved her in there. While I understand the reasoning, of course, a conversation should have been had. A conversation should have been had, and maybe even Ella can go on somewhere. CJ can stay here, or CJ can go to Barbados with,
Hmm. The
Capone's
grandparent.
parents.
Hmm.
Because they really weren't after Ella. Like, I mean, they could have killed Ella. Would Capone have felt bad? Of course. Would he still try to retaliate? Of course. But it would have not even amounted to the feeling of losing your son. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I feel like Capone was dead wrong, and Aaron wasn't talking to him. She was giving him the silent treatment. She wasn't staying in the house. Of course, I mean staying in the
In the
bedroom.
room. Hmm.
Of course, Ella was being petty, getting up, making breakfast for everybody, and smirking at her, and like knowing the codes to everything, and all this stuff. And finally, when Aaron and Capone have a conversation, Capone is basically like, I'm not apologizing for leaving the hospital to go save them, because if I didn't leave, my son could possibly be dead right now, and Ella too. And Aaron was like, you didn't even give me a chance to figure something out. We could have called Kincaid to go get them. We could have, did something, but you
Right.
needed a blood transfusion. So you so focused on running out of here, you could have died right then and there too. Like you
Right.
had a seizure, you have sickle cell, and you don't take it serious. So she and Aaron basically says to Capone, like, marriage is also about respect. You don't respect me if you brought your baby mama into this
Hmm.
house who has done nothing but constantly disrespect me. It's
Yes.
one thing if she was respectful and got along, and was just like, that's just my baby daddy, ain't no beef. But this is someone who is clearly still in love with you. You don't even have a conversation with me. Save it. So
Yeah.
they make up. Um, and moving on to a big part when Jaden did his big one. So Jaden has a conversation with Capadonna on the phone and is letting him know, like, I'm nervous, da da da. And Capadonna and Capone, they're both like, this life is not for you. You do this, that's it. You go to
That's it.
college, you go live your life. We understand why you need to do it, but that's it.
That's it.
So Jaden, Capone, and Chubbs and Kincaid
And
go,
Jerome.
and Jerome go to um Timmy's trap house. So Jerome is going to help set up Timmy. Of course, like they planned, Jerome comes by, runs into Timmy. Of course, Timmy want to show him all the stuff that he got or thinks that he's running.
Talking about putting
And
him on.
right, talking about he gonna put Jerome on. Jerome like, huh, all right, okay,
Yeah,
you
just
can't
put
put
on your
you
back.
about to put on something else. You gotta be put down is what's about to happen. But Jerome and Timmy go in the house. Jerome sends the message like to come in. So they all go in there and they're not even, selling drugs. They selling women.
Cool cat.
The JJ. They selling it. They walk in, somebody doing a sexual act, all it. It's stank in there too, which I can imagine. It stank. Mm. So yeah, they go in, surprise everybody. Everybody just do, just getting dealt with. Did they let some people go? I felt like they let some of them go. Not like the women. I felt like
Oh,
Kincaid, like, no, because they did let some of the women go because Kincaid kicked one of them in the booty and was
oh,
like, you need to go
get
wash up or something.
oh, ha.
Yeah, so I think they let all the women go.
Mm.
And the men who were there, got taken out. But pretty much Timmy's still trying to act hard and he's, talking his trash or whatever. Um, and Jaden, at first, Jaden was still nervous. He said something. Jaden shot him in the foot. Jaden calls Tasha.
Boss,
Called
boss
Tasha.
move.
Basically was like, and of course Tasha annoyed, like, where the car at? Where this? Where that? And I forgot what Jaden said, but he said something to him, and then I pow. That was it.
Said basically told her to plan that funeral for real
Oh
this
yeah, plan your
time.
real funeral for your son now, or something like that, and just let one go.
Wow.
And that was it for Timmy. And I was like, Jaden,
I was proud of my boy.
you redeemed from the last read down I had about you. Yes.
Yeah.
While I hate that he had to do that because that will stay with you forever,
Yeah.
I understand because he was like, looking down now, I can see the hate that man has for me. Like the jealousy he had and the fact that he killed my girlfriend after he raped her. You ain't no good to nobody. Like, you just not a good person at this point.
Big sister. And I like that he circling back, I
He
like that he admitted that Aaron was right and that Aaron already had seen all of the stuff and that none
Mhm.
of this would have happened
If he
if he
listened.
would have listened and been more
Mhm.
particular about his friends. So yeah.
Yeah, so big props to that because sometimes, you younger siblings out there, let this be a warning for you. We be right. The older
We be right.
siblings, we be right. Okay. It's kind of like when your mom be telling you that person ain't your friend. And you like,
Just
no,
like
that's
that.
my homie. That's my home. No, they're not. And that's what happens. So after that, they burnt it down. And they
Except
purposely,
for Timmy.
uh, yeah, they purposely left Timmy out because they wanted him to be identified. Well, not identified, but
Yes.
so Trilla can know that it was him in that house and got burnt down,
And
all of that.
that Tasha could know too.
Yeah, and Tasha was gonna know either way. She knew immediately what was happening. So moving on, Tasha is framed and arrested for the murders of Sarge and Blaze.
Mhm.
Just to recap, Blaze was Trilla's right hand man. Sarge worked for Capone. Turns out they were both snitches. They were both informants for the law,
Crazy.
both of them. And they set Tasha up because, of course, Tasha tells Naheem they're having a baby. That's her baby daddy. She using him for money. So she used him to get out of Trilla's house because he had a rental property that he allowed her to stay in. He was giving her money for the baby, all these things. So she was using him.
Mhm.
Naheem told Capone about this house and all these things. So they snuck it. Mind you, this lady pregnant, popping, what she popped, a Vicodin or something to go to
Something.
sleep.
Yes.
And while she was in there knocked out, they planted the bodies, framed her, and again, Capone was right there watching. She saw him. He made sure she could see him while they
We
were
see
putting
each
her in that
other.
police car. Yeah, we see each other. Yeah. So she got set up, gonna be doing some serious jail time. So she is taken away. And if y'all checked out our TikTok, that's when Amber was, posting about when she was on the phone with Capri, because Capri was at the hospital visiting Naheem, and Tasha kept
Yeah,
calling.
Tasha was
And she was like,
calling.
well, bitch, get me out this house. Okay.
And now you out.
And now you out. And you go into the big house now. So yeah. Naheem wakes up and says that what happened, he ended up seeing Timmy too. Post like, um,
Mhm.
choked him out, beat him up. One of Timmy's little goons shot him. Then Timmy shot him, trying to kill him. Timmy is a
Mhm.
terrible shooter. He ain't no real killer.
All these guns and no shooters.
None. You ain't want to kill nobody for real. Cause you
Mm-mm.
just shooting everywhere.
Doing whatever.
Just doing
Man,
whatever.
right there, point blank. What you doing? Cause shot him in the head.
Yes.
I'm shooting you in the head.
Yeah. If I don't want you around no more, I'm shooting to kill. I'm not
In
shooting
the
to damage
head.
you.
Head, heart, but most definitely the head. Cause I might
Right.
not be able to aim exactly. I might forget the left and the right, but I'm gonna know where your head and your brain is. And
Yeah.
if you survive that, boy, you're gonna be a vegetable. Good luck.
If you survive that and don't become a vegetable, that just means the Lord is on your side.
Right.
Somebody trying to keep you here. Some angel on the other side stepped in, and clearly I gotta leave you alone. I gotta leave you alone now.
Nah, if you
So
survive that, I'm leaving for real, for real. If you can walk and,
um,
and stuff, I'm
I can
not gonna be
only
nowhere around.
imagine. I can only imagine what the people thought when they thought they killed 50 Cent and they found out
Ah,
that nigga still lived.
yeah, now that's a lot. Because if I shot you 9 times, I would
Nine
assume that you died.
times?
Yeah,
Who are you? Superman?
yeah.
No, no. So that's how Naeem was shot. And like Amber mentioned earlier, Capri and Kincaid was up there. Kincaid making little jokes like, oh, he look like he want to punch me right now.
Boy, yes he do. Yes he do. Get out of this room, stressing
I
this
don't
man
care what
out.
Capone said, because now I'm gonna have to shoot you for real now. I don't care what Capone said. I don't care. He said dead no beef. I don't care. Capri said ain't no beef.
There is
It's
plenty
beef
of beef.
forever. I'm on
There
my
is
Cardi B forever.
forever. Like there is so much beef. I could feed the homeless in Africa. There is beef, beef. Nah, my dude, you got me
Yeah,
all the
ain't
way
no
messed
cooking
up.
this beef up. No, we ain't throwing this on the grill. We finna have this forever. So, cause you ain't have to do that.
Mm-mm.
I would be
Wait in
more
the
mad at
waiting room.
Kincaid than Capri if I was him. Cause you
I
ain't have
would
to do that.
definitely, yes, most definitely, because you a dude, you know what you're doing. You know this look
And
crazy.
Naheem did have like a little point because that's how I would think about it too. Even though, of course, he's wrong, but he was like, them nights he used to sleep on our couch, like, or the nights like I passed out from us drinking, were they hooking up
Because
behind my
at
back?
least Tasha wasn't like currently her friend. I mean, granted, it's still wrong. Do not get me wrong, like it's still wrong, but it's like I would rather it be an ex friend than a current one, like than one
And
that's like
somebody like who's supposed to be having my back in the
I'm
streets,
basically
like,
inviting the D over to you at this point. Like I'm saying, oh, y'all got it. Let me go to bed. Y'all could have been freaking and geeking. Like, no, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is
Um,
all bad.
Capri, I don't, I don't care. Capri did her big one. She
I
really
mean,
made that nigga
she
hurt.
did it.
But Kincaid was wrong. They both wrong, but Kincaid
They
was
was
really
both
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, he should have been
So
scared to do that. I would have been scared as him to do that. Like,
yeah,
yikes.
yeah. But
Because
after
what if her brothers would
Naheem,
have took his side and been like, "Hey, we're gonna let him dead you"?
yeah,
That would have been crazy.
since we can't,
Like that would have been wild.
that would have been tragic. Off. See, y'all got to stop thinking with them
All for some
heads.
vagina.
All for some vagina. All for vagina.
Plenty of
And
vaginas out here in the world,
as a
and you
person
haven't been
with
messing with
one,
one.
think straight. Think,
Think straight.
think. Ugh. So, moving on, there is a home invasion. Capone is out for the evening. He's trying to handle some business. So at the house is
Mm,
um Erin, who's still pregnant, Jaden, Joe, Ella, and CJ.
mm.
Ella comes to wake up Erin, and Erin thinking she's gonna kill her, which, I don't blame Erin. But Ella's like, it's people in the house. So they gotta make their way out the house, and they just kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. They done killed all the armed men outside, like all the stuff. So Jaden got his gun. They're getting Joe and CJ out first. They get Aaron out. Turns out they actually know one of the men who invaded their home, Conan. Conan actually dated Aaron when they were younger, like back in the
Mhm.
day, and now is crazy in the house trying to kill him. So they end up getting away. They call Capone and Capri. Capri doesn't live far, so she comes bussing.
You know she
You
busting.
know, she bussing. So they all make it out. Capone coming, and they all, they get away, and they end up going to the surprise lake house. So Capone bought a lake house for Aaron. It was supposed to be a surprise, but that's where they end up going.
Mhm.
And they found them because Ella has air tags. She had an air tag in her purse, and because she shared her location with
Sharing location
Dante,
with Dante. Mhm.
that's how they ended up finding it. Because after Trilla killed Dante, he took his phone and
Mhm.
saw
That
that
they were sharing
they were
location.
sharing locations. So he will always had know where at least Ella was.
Mhm.
And of course, she feel dumb about that. Um, Aaron makes Capone make up with her pretty much because she like, enough is enough. Like, this is it. Clearly, the girl just want love, like what Amber mentioned earlier. She clearly wants love. Like, it
Mhm.
can't be easy knowing going from one day y'all messing around to now you done found this new girl out of nowhere, and now
Right.
she's just here. She done met my son. She's in the house now. She's getting everything I thought I was gonna get. It can't be easy.
Mm.
So Ella and Capone make up. He don't even like yell at her about the whole air tag thing because he like, I already know she dumb. Whatever. Moving on, Capone goes to Trilla. By this point, Trilla is broke. His family is gone. Um, Tasha locked up, and he ain't making no money. So he took the little bit of money he had left, and he ran back down to Miami. And he about to get kicked out of his house in Miami. So now he's trying to figure out how to make more money. He's trying to figure out how to get to the Dominican Republic because he got money stashed away there. And it's just like, I can only imagine the fear you have when you just sitting in your house alone and the TV on, you wake up like, oh yeah, I remember this episode of Martin, and it just paused. Not by you. You ain't touched none. You ain't roll over on none. The remote ain't even by you. The fear that would choke me out, I'd have a heart attack. Wouldn't be no need to kill me because I already just died right
I
there.
already be dead.
I'm already dead. Yeah, I'm already gone. So whatever. But Capone and Kincaid come out. And Capone is like, remember, you used to make us watch this episode all the time. He was like, yeah, all of that reminiscing and stuff. And Capone is basically like, it didn't have to be this way. Like, I let you do
Yeah.
you when I could have been took over.
Mm,
But
mm,
now
mm,
you want to
mm,
start a
mm.
war. So we're going to finish it. And it's important to note, because I don't believe we talked about this in the other books discussions, but Trilla is responsible for Aaron's parents' death. I
Yes.
feel like he probably responsible for Joe boyfriend death too, but we just gonna talk about Aaron,
Yeah. Because they
Aaron's
don't never bring
parents.
that back up.
No, it was like a little snippet, and then that was
Not
it.
even
But
necessary. Okay.
Aaron's dad actually used to move weight for Trilla.
Mm-hmm.
And he started feeling like, he wasn't getting his proper share. So I think he took a little off top. And Trilla found out. Um, and instead of just offing him, he made it to where he had to make a choice. Either, you do your wife in and yourself, or I do your whole
No
family, pretty
family.
much.
Crazy.
And the dad made the decision to do that and then himself, which is crazy. And it comes back full circle because that's basically what Capone does. Capone and Kincaid give Trilla an ultimatum. Either you off yourself right here, or we're going to torture you to death. And he already knew Kincaid is crazy. So they was basically like, if you don't shoot yourself in 4 seconds, Kincaid is going to choke you out, make you pass out, and he's going to start cutting off
Bring you
you.
back. He's like, he gonna
Yeah,
bring
keep
you
bringing
back
you
and
back.
turn you back.
Choke you out, bring you back. Choke you out, bring you back. And each time you getting a finger cut off or something like that. They mentioned cutting off some fingers and
Woo.
toes. So Trilla like, well, I've been the Grim Reaper for some people. Now he's my Grim Reaper. And he chooses the way out, the easiest way out. And Capone makes it known to him, like, and you took away a little girl's parents, and he
Mhm.
immediately knew
Like what he's
that's what
talking about.
happened. Yeah. And then Capone petty because he said, yeah, the old bird put up a fight talking about
His mama?
Trilla Mama. Yeah. Caught our old bird, put up a fight. I was weak, but yeah. And then we move on to the final little scene with Ella and Tasha. So at the baby shower for Aaron, Naheem and Ella are there. And Naheem is basically telling her, like, we're gonna have to let them go. Cause Capri over in the corner with Kincaid, um, Aaron and Capone dancing on the dance floor, and Ella was
Baby shower
like,
for Aaron?
yeah, huh?
Okay. Okay. I was like, because you had said Ella. I was like, wait, is this a flashback? Okay,
Oh,
my
my
bad.
fault, my fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron
So the
and
baby shower for
Capone
Aaron.
are
Okay.
dancing. And
Yes.
Naheem and Ella are looking at the people they thought they would spend the rest of their lives with, move
Gotcha.
on.
Yes. Okay. Got it now.
So Ella is like, yeah, you right. I'm gonna move on. So Ella, oh, and Naheem tells Ella, you may want to go see Tasha. She always asks about you. I'm not, but y'all was cool, y'all was friends, so go see her. Excuse me. So Ella goes to the jail to see Tasha. And she's talking about her matted pink wig and all of that stuff. And then she asked her, about her lawyers and all of that. And Tasha is like, well, Ella, could you help me out with lawyers? Like, I'm good for it. I'll pay you back. And Ella is like, no, you're not.
And
How
with
are you
what
good for it? With
money?
what money? Like, where are you where are you gonna get that? So Ella wasn't gonna plan to help her no way because she asked Tasha, "Did you know that Dante or Trilla was trying to kill CJ?" No, girl, I didn't know. And Ella is like, "It's crazy how somebody can look you dead in your face and be lying," because Capone saw the messages between Tasha and Trilla. Tasha even asked, "How much you willing to pay me for a play date with my kid and CJ?" Which, side note, to me, it's like, I think Tasha really wasn't planning on doing it. She just wanted the money because you don't even have your daughter. Your mama ain't finna send your daughter up there to you. So how you gonna do a play date with CJ and your daughter? You can't even get access to your daughter. But just the simple fact that you was willing to do that and you
But you
knew about
also
it,
don't let me know. Like
right?
you didn't give me a heads up that they was planning to do this.
Nothing.
Like, because that could have happened at any point in time that he had
Dante
this
could have
location.
took CJ out. Like, the opportunity he got, he
Yes.
could have been the one to do it, right? So it's like, you lined my son up. And even Ella was like, I know we're not the best of friends, frenemies, even always competing with each other, but I
Mhm.
would have never set up your child to be put in harm's way, even with it being Timmy, who needs to be gone from the world. So basically, Ella is like, "Girl, f you, and you gonna rot in here, and I'm glad you're gonna rot in here, and goodbye." And she,
Everybody.
Tasha trying to get on her skin, like, "Oh, you protecting Capone, and he didn't marry the other girl over you, and this is that and the other," and her true feelings start coming out, and Ella walks away. So it kind of is like, I don't even understand like what their friendship was built on. I guess it was built on jealousy or hate or money
I
trying to
mean,
get
I can
to.
say it's like that, how they say frenemies, like you hanging
Mhm.
around, but you really just around each other just to boast and one up each other. Like,
Yeah, that's
but
it.
then she
To make
did
yourself
give
feel better.
she did give Tasha money and stuff like that at points in time. So it's some type of way it was a little caring in there or something like that. But
I think slightly. I think their
yeah,
common goal both was Capone, and in different ways, but I
or
think
just
their
to
common
be
goal.
on top, just to be have a sponsor.
Yeah, him, Capone. Like they I think that was their mutual thing, and Ella was able to get the love side of it and
Hmm.
become the baby mama, and Tasha thought she would get like the work side of it because she didn't really
Hmm.
care if she was in a relationship with him or not. She just wanted the D and the money and to work. That was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Tasha is in jail. Trilla is gone on to glory. Timmy gone on to glory. Oh, and that was another thing. Tasha was telling Ella like she needs help to get out so she can go claim Timmy's body because
Yes.
he was in an unmarked grave.
We're going to be put in one.
Yeah, because she couldn't claim him. She was in jail herself.
And his daddy
So
dead.
yeah, his daddy dead, the grandma dead, his half brother dead, cousins dead. Like everybody gone. Everybody's gone. So yeah, and then Capone and Aaron end up having a little somewhat happy ending. They had their baby, who they named after Capri, aka
Hmm.
Cece, and Capadonna is getting out of jail, and it starts the Capadonna series. So that
Yeah.
is a recap of Capone 3. Yeah, my favorite Capone book out of the series. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. I really did. And I think we're gonna move on to one of my favorite segments now, which is the read down segment. So Amber, what's the read down?
Okay, the read down is where we take a character out of the book and we read them for filth as we feel like we should, depending on what they did in the book that pissed us off. So
Mhm.
I think I went first last time. Jazz, who you want to read down today? I wonder if it's the
Whew,
same person. I don't think so, but let me see.
it's so many people,
So many people.
but and I'm not gonna be too harsh. I'm not gonna be too harsh on her, but I'm gonna read down
Okay.
Aaron.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
Let's hear
read
it.
down Aaron for the beginning of the book when she snuck out to go get Capri.
Okay.
And for one other thing,
Okay.
Aaron, you are so smart, but it was just like wisdom was chasing you and you were faster. Because why would you? I understand you're trying to build a relationship with Capri because you do see Capri going through some things now. I get that. However, that's just not smart. If anything, you could at least let Big Mike in on it. You could have at least took another car. He got so many cars. I know he ain't drove all them cars down to the hood. I know he hasn't. You could have took one of them cars. Like, you're in the middle of a war, man. You are the girlfriend, the fiance, the his weak link. They're always going to try to find somebody. Luckily, Big Mike had been training you on using a gun. Capone made you get active with a gun. And you're lucky you had Capri, who already knew how to handle herself with Kincaid. So, girl, and you knew this kind of lifestyle you was coming into. It would have been different if the man was already out the game and you weren't expecting nothing. But he's still in it. He in a whole war. Why are you leaving the house pregnant and endangering your baby?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? And even Jaden had to tell you that was stupid. There is nothing more humbling or embarrassing than your younger sibling who you raised and telling you you did something stupid. You supposed to be telling him he did something stupid, not the other way around. Don't be dumb, okay? And on top of that, I don't care. Okay, so maybe this is me. Maybe this is the pettiness in me. I understand Aaron being pissed about Ella being moved into that house. Her emotions and feelings of with that are completely valid because Capone was wrong. But there will
Mhm.
never be a day I would let that bitch see me sweat in my house.
Okay, agreed.
I
Agreed.
don't care. I don't care if when we get behind closed doors, I cuss Capone out from here to Timbuktu. The only reason you able to stay here as long as you have is because of that little boy and because I love your son. That's it. But you couldn't pay me to not be in that bedroom sleeping in that closet.
I'd
Stank
at
eye
least been in the
where?
bedroom. Yeah.
Who got a stank eye? Not me. You will think it's a lazy eye before a stank eye. I'm not giving my husband a stank eye in front of you. We are a united front until we get behind closed doors.
Agreed.
I hope you made enough scrambled eggs for me too, bitch. I'm not eating them, but still. I'm so petty. I would take that whole plate she cooked and just feed it to a dog. Like
Yeah, we ain't even got a dog.
yeah, he ain't got a dog. I
I'm gonna
find a
leave it
dog.
outside.
I throw it in the trash. I do something. That's my read down. Sorry, Aaron girl. Love you, girl, but you had to get read down because I was dumb.
That was valid. I like your points. I didn't know where you were gonna go with that. I'll take that.
Who
I'll take that. I'll take that.
you
Agreed.
got?
I have her wonderful husband because, baby,
Her wonderful
what
husband.
we not gonna do is bring another female in my house ever. That is never okay.
No, never.
What you got all these properties, you got all these things, you got all this money any other time, but today, this day, she's moving in until you can. Do not piss me
Yeah.
off. Do not piss me off. You didn't set all these boundaries any other time, but you don't say nothing about her cooking in my kitchen. You don't say you ain't correcting this
Picky.
behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about you don't want me to be stressed doing stupid stuff. It's gonna be real stupid. I get to fighting and I'm pregnant. That's gonna be stupid. That's gonna be me doing some stupid stuff because you doing stupid stuff. Stop playing with me. You testing my gangster and
Mm-hmm.
you trying to pull my car and she trying to pull my car and let car's about to fly. Like, what are we doing here? You
Mm-hmm.
ain't no way in
Big
the
Joker.
world.
Let's see who get the last laugh.
Look, I got all the trumps. Big Joe, look at Joe, Ace, King, Queen, Jack. What are we talking about? You about to get all of this. Like, cause no, ain't no, I don't care. If she was able to walk and move, I don't even care. Even if she was on her deathbed, you better hire some people to go over there and take care of her because you got the money to do that. What are you doing? And especially without talking to me, because you know I would have said yes if you would have asked and if you would have brought up CJ, I would have said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So big, big F you for that. Secondly, I said don't leave this hospital because you almost died and you be pulling the same, like she said, the respect goes both ways. Do not give me ultimatums if I cannot give you ultimatums because
Mm-hmm.
you got the manpower to send people there
Mm-hmm.
and they would have been just as good to shoot them up bang bang. I get your emotions was high. You almost died.
Literally.
No. And for that, I would have been in that room, like you said, but I would have been, don't you touch me. Pillows
Mm-hmm.
in between. Don't you touch me. Don't speak to me in this room. This
Mm-hmm.
don't talk to me here. I'll slap you. Like, yeah. So for that, Mr. Mans, you get my read down.
Yes. I don't care if you had to make that bitch live in one of them 18 wheelers.
I don't care. Not my
Call it
house.
home. Call it home. Okay. You better make that trailer comfortable.
You could have got her an apartment. It's New York.
A
You
townhouse,
uh,
anything.
anything. They sell them a dime a dozen. You throw a rock, you get a rental in New York.
Hell, she
You
could have
got to
figured
pay
that out on
for it.
her own. Just take CJ. He had been did that. You might well do it again. Just
Listen,
dumb. Just
you
dumb.
that there was many more ways to handle this. You wanted to choose violence. To me, you chose violence, and now we all fighting.
He did choose violence. That was violence. So I
Cause
agree.
you in my kitchen cooking. I turn the stove off while you in mid scramble. What you doing? What you
Mid
doing?
scramble. Yeah, that was wild.
No, you don't do that. Mm-mm.
Hmm. Wild. So we're gonna move on to the "What character would you be" segment. So when we finish a book, we are going to pick which character we would be from that book. I'll go first. It's
Mhm.
cool. If I had to pick a character, it's so hard because they all got issues.
Right. I
But
was like, I would have to pick a character from a section. Like I would be this for this section because the other stuff be like, no, I would not do that.
so if I had to pick, I would pick. It's a tie for me, but I'm gonna go with Capri.
Okay. I
I'm
can see
gonna
that.
go with Capri. Um, I went with Capri, even though, like, she had her issues and things like that. My girl was still living her life. She ain't had no kids. She was able to divorce that man with no real strings attached, except I'm selling the condo. Do you want half? Whatever. Um, she still ended up living her life, getting her new townhouse. She got a little baby named after her. She still got with Kincaid in the end, and he still respected her and was like they are going to be celibate for a little bit and until they figure out things. So, and she proved to her brother she can handle her own. So, and she passed the bar on the first time. I'm going to go with Capri.
Okay. I am gonna pick Jaden
Oh, that was a
because
close one for me. Hmm.
I was wondering if we were gonna pick the same one. I'm gonna pick Jaden because in my what I feel like what I would want to do in my life if someone wronged me. Because the question was that you asked earlier was, what I would do. That's in my life now. My mature, saved, baptized me. In my feelings, in my feelings, I want to be a Jaden. I want to shoot you in the head and I want to call your mama before
Call
I
your
do
mom
it.
again. Yeah, definitely an eye for an eye.
Prepare the church, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Pop, pop. But yeah,
Not pop pop.
yeah, because you had that coming. You wanted it for me, and I got it for you.
Yeah.
You coming for me, and I'm talking to you.
What they say, I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
Don't push
Everybody's a
me.
killer. All you gotta do is push them to their limit. So yeah,
Yeah,
Jaden did his big one with that
he
one.
held it down. I'm proud of my boy, and he didn't throw up afterwards. That was good.
Because I definitely would have.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Not gonna
I
lie.
would have waited till we got in the car or something, but
I mean, because now I'm thinking about evidence. I threw up in
you're
my
right.
shirt,
That's my
like
thought. No evidence left, no
no
DNA.
evidence
But boy, the first toilet I see or trash can,
or trash can.
I gotta remove these little
Mm,
demons.
right,
Sorry.
gotta get this up
Wow.
out of me. Yeah,
Yeah. All
yeah.
right. So what's next, Amber? What's our next segment and our
Our
final one?
next segment is going to be our smut-ometer. So for me, and for those who don't know, this is where we rate how smutty the book was from a scale of 1 to 5. Uh, for me, I'm gonna give this a 2. It's still not smutty for me. They have some scenes, but it's not really giving sex off the charts. they have a couple of scenes
Mm-hmm.
and it's all right, but
Yeah.
it's all right. So I give it a 2. If smut ain't your thing and you're interested in a good thug shoot 'em up bang bang book,
Mm-hmm.
Capone series is that.
For sure. I agree. Same with me. I give it a 2 as well. And this wasn't meant to be a smutty book
Right. It's not
anyway.
the theme of it, so
Um,
that's fine.
yeah. And I do appreciate that. Like, you did your little scene, you keep it moving. Like, that's
Yeah,
not the main focus. So
right.
yeah, I give it a 2. And we're coming to the end of the show. So, you know what that means. We doing the book Rex, or at least talk about what we're reading for a little
Reading
bit. And yeah, so we are going to do that. Amber, what's your book
Mhm.
Rex? Or what
My
do
book
you read?
rec. So I just finished the third or fourth book in the Akatar series. And so my
You are
up next,
moving.
because it's audio. That's the only reason why, is because it's audio. And I be listening while I be cooking and stuff and when the kids ain't talking to me. So the next one up is A Court of Silver Flames. Now, if anybody is on Hoopla, shout out to Hoopla, because you can get like 4 books a month, I think, and also they have the dramatized versions of these books. And this one, the previous one I was listening to, it had like, if there was like a fire burning, you could hear like the wood crackling. They were it makes the smutometer on these books is smutty. So if they're talking about it, and they have voice actors, so it's different. And it was different, but I really liked it. And also, I remember the last time I was talking to you all about when I was audiobooking the first and the second book, that the third book changed narrators. But on Hoopla, you can actually look and see who is narrated by, and they have the different versions that you can pick. So that's
Hmm.
nice. And so I was like, "Ooh, next time I'll look for my particular person if I don't go for the dramatized version again," which was really nice. It's I was like a movie in your ears, kind of,
Hmm.
because of all the things that's going on. Like if they say a gust of wind, you'll hear the wind. Um, all of those things. So yeah,
It's cool.
it was an interesting experience. And if
Hmm.
you do immersive reading where you read in the book, following along with the book and with the audio, I think that's probably like a really nice thing to do.
Hmm. That sounds cool. I want to find a book like
Yes.
that.
So what you got going on next for you,
Uh,
or what you're reading now?
so, what I'm reading now, y'all, I'm reading this cartel series.
Oh, you're welcome. Fans of Jackal J's things, y'all need to check it out, because I feel like if you are a fan of this, then you will be a fan of the cartel. I feel like, but Jazz, you let me know.
It's so much death. I, I
I
don't.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, my God, today,
It's like Game of Thrones. Anybody
who
could
is
die,
gonna
and you
be
don't know.
alive?
It is
Who
definitely
is
like Game of
left?
Thrones. Anybody could get it. That like that first
Anybody can get
episode of
it.
Game of Thrones. Anybody could die. Mamas, grandmamas, kids. It don't matter, but you
Who
never
is
know.
who is left? And mind you, okay, so this book, it came out in the earlier 2000s, or maybe closer to the mid 2000s, whatever. But
Mhm.
and they'll be in there talking. They'll be like, straight up, I'm trying to get to this connect. Nah, I mean, and that's
It's
how I
very
read it.
dated. It's
Very
very
dated,
dated.
but I mean, it fits
It
for
fits the
when it
time
came out.
frame. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like how they describe the fashions and all of
The
that. But
music.
the
Sometimes they'll
music,
be in a
yeah,
car and
they
they'll be
was
like,
bumping Ti, the newest
yeah.
Ti. So, well, I can't say that now because Ti got
Because now
new
he back
music out.
out.
He back out, right? But oh, they was like playing like "Bring 'Em Out" and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
More big things popping at the time.
Yes.
The Cartel series. So I am on book 3 right
Okay.
now. It is good. It has kept me coming back. Did it is getting emotions out of me, which is what a good story should do. So, uh I don't even know how to describe it right now. I do think Amber is correct. Like if you are into urban fictions that are like bang bangs and kingpins and things like that, you will probably like this Cartel series by Ashley and Jaquavius,
Jaquay, something like that. They're a husband and
something.
wife, if I'm not
Yeah, which
mistaken.
I thought was cool.
That is
Um,
really nice.
yeah, so that is what I am currently reading. And what I just finished reading officially is the My Mother Died by I'm glad
Yeah.
my mother died by
Lord
Jeanette
mother.
McCurdy. Sis been through some things.
Hmm.
She went through a lot with her mother, and not in a good way. Yeah, I think this book, her probably writing it was therapeutic for her, I would assume. To get some of these things off her chest. And I feel like her mother may have some type of undiagnosed mental illness. However, that's no excuse
None.
for
Get
her
that.
or the daddy,
Yeah.
because the daddy ain't do nothing. He could have did a lot more than what he did.
Is he still
Um,
alive?
yeah, well, in the book, he was still alive. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know about now to this day.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming he is.
Did she say that she still communicates with him or no? Or do we know?
She didn't say.
Okay.
I think she still does.
Okay.
Spoiler alert for all of you guys out there. Her daddy ain't her daddy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming she is still having a relationship with the man she thought was her dad and building a relationship with her biological dad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm assuming. Good story. At first it was kind of slow for me, but it picked up quickly. And I hate to say it was slow because this is her life, but like she was talking about her childhood, like as far as like a birthday party and then Christmas, and then it started leading up to the events of when she got into acting.
Okay.
So yeah. And the next book I want to read will either be by S.A. Cosby. Is it Cosby? Crosby. Cosby.
Cosby.
Yeah. He writes like thrillers, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or um Judge Stone by Viola Davis
Oh,
and
okay.
is it James Patterson?
James
I f-
Patterson.
I is it James Patterson or is
He
it
writes some
not?
mystery and thrillers.
It might be James Patterson. I
Oh, he
feel
writes
like,
some good books.
yeah, I feel like it might be. I don't think it's Stephen King just because Stephen King's known for. Is he still
Horror.
alive?
I think so.
Or I don't know. But either way, I've heard nothing but good things about that book. So I'm planning on
Hmm.
getting that to read.
Okay.
And that's it. That's where I
That's
am. I'll
it.
give an update on the cartel and see who else ain't gonna make it. Yeah. But
Oh man.
all right, y'all. We know this was a long one, but Capone had
We
so
had a
much
lot to
happening.
cover. We had a lot to cover.
We did. And, we just want to give y'all what the people want. So thank y'all for sticking around. If you stuck around this long, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Where can they find us, Amber?
You guys can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Follow us on the Reading Corner Pod.
Yay. Yeah, and
Yes.
that's it. Y'all keep on reading.
Yep, that's it. That's all. Go read a book. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.